From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. You look at this Browns defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hey, check that. Let's go.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McCoy. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 28 yards.
60 by 6. Ready? Go! Bring alert! Ready?
Now the first carry here for their running back. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you, and you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 23. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now here's a carry heading left. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll audible to something else. Second and 3. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he misses it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Harrison. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back to throw again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him a couple on the scramble and 2nd down. Up the middle they go. It's Barnett. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Harrison work in the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. Barnett, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Harrison, he's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They'll run on 1st down. It's Barnett.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target.
And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. 32 yards.
And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by York is up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Here we go, set. Set, go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Cowboy 80.
They're going to try and throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
I know they got the 1st down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right? Field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
They'll look to throw again. Looking deep now for McCoy. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Come on, set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and
At the
3.
60, at the 60.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That is caught. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
The final shot before break. Harrison throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Browns 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back to throw. Harrison. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, it's Barnett. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Barnett, and he is going to lose yardage here.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Harrison able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He'll drop to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking deep now for McCoy. And that is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And running with Peck. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he gets it down to the 32. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Browns are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. The York on now for the extra point.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Niners 35, Browns 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this to the 32.
Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds McCoy. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 64 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns 33. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll buy some time right. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Harrison forced out to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw. Harrison. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Harrison. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Operating from the gun. Harrison. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
From the 7 now, it's 3rd and goal.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. York now for the extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Niners 38, Browns 28.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. 79 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Now they'll change things up.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up a throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. 47 yards.
And the 49ers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Under pressure, they got him again. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get him with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Looking to throw. Harrison. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
19 right. Let's go now.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Harrison. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 58 yards. And the Browns get a bit closer. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Browns 35.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with two remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19.
On play action, they'll throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, when all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Niners, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.